your personal strength and conditioning coach. Today we're going to do a foam roll workout. I've got my trusted large foam roller. If you've got a bumpy one, please try and be careful when you use it. Now, all of these exercises you can do without a foam roller. So if you don't have one, no matter. If you do have one, this is going to increase your balance, increase your core strength, give you a little bit more resistance on the upper and lower body, okay? So you're not going to need anything but a mat and a foam roller. If you don't have a foam roller, don't worry about it. Again, like I said, you can still do these exercises without. So we are going to include a warm-up on this one. It's going to be very gentle. It's going to be a super quick workout for your core, for your upper body, for your legs. And make sure you subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos like this. If you liked it, comment below. Right, let's see you on the mat. Let's go. The foam roller all the way down, and I just want you to place the right hand on the foam roller. Make sure the knees are hip distance apart, and I want you to stretch your left arm straight up to the sky. Take a deep breath in here, and I want you to rotate that left arm and pop it through so it's between the knee and the foam roller. Increase, elevate, and push that right hand through the foam roller. Reach the left hand up to the sky, and then rotate that left hand down. Let's do 5 more like this. So we're going to increase and reach as you push your right hand into the foam roller. Rotate and lower. Keep it going. So we're going to increase and rotate. Just 3 more. Inhale. Reach, reach, reach. Exhale. Okay, 2 more. Keep reaching. And last one. Beautiful. Hold into a hover just here. And I want you to extend that right hand, keep the hips where they are, and you're going to go into a deep stretch here. If you are happy to hover, hover. If you want to drop the shoulder down into the mat, open up that back. Just set yourself into a moment of relaxation. Take a deep breath in and exhale through the mouth. Deep breath in. And as you exhale, walk that right hand back, roll it back. This is a good thing about the foam roller. Reach straight up to the sky again. And this time, take that left hand down into the foam roller and reach up with the right hand. So remember, we're pressing down with the left, opening and reaching with the right, and then rotate and down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, rotate. Beautiful. Keep it going. Inhale, lift. Reach, 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 press down with the left hand and rotate. Just 3 more like this. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Last one. Inhale and exhale. If you want to hover here, stay here. If you want to reach that hand over and rest the top of the side of the head down, do so. So this just gives you an added stretch. Yeah. Remember, you can do this without a foam roller. This just gives you an added stretch on the upper back. Take a deep breath in. Roll the foam roller back. And I just want you to take both hands on the foam roller now, okay? So in this position, I want you to do some cat-cow. So we're going to do some spinal flex. So this hopefully protects the wrists as well. So what we're going to do is I'm going to get you to just roll a quarter way. So like 5%. We're going to roll and we're going to round the back. So you're not actually putting that much pressure on the foam roller. As we roll a little bit back, we're going to push the chest through and tilt the pelvis. So we're really pronouncing our chest, pushing through the pillars of those arms, and then overarch that back as you exhale. Draw the navel to the spine, push the foam roller away from you. And let's do that 3 more times. We're going to open up. Inhale, exhale, round. Remember, go to your range of movement. If you need to foam roll it out a little bit more, just to get that nice rounded spine, do so. Inhale, lift, exhale, round. So now if you noticed, I'm moving the foam roller back a little bit more this time. Last one, inhale, lift, and exhale, round. Beautiful. This time we're going to go into one more exercise, and we're going to go into a low lunge. Now I'm going to step my right foot forward, take a deep breath in here, and the reason I've got my foam roller underneath is because I'm going to touch the foam roller underneath, yeah? When I extend my right foot, I'm going to sit back and then lean in, lean forward. Take a deep breath in. I'm going to foam roll it up. It's basically just giving your hands a little bit of elevation. You're going to lengthen your spine, open up the chest, drop that left hip. Take a deep breath in, and then you're going to shift your hip back. Give yourself a little bit of a hamstring stretch. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sit back. Inhale, lift. And exhale, sit back. Beautiful. When you're ready, you're just going to pick up that foot, replace it back down, take that left foot forward. So remember, you want your feet in railroad tracks. You don't want them in line with each other. So you're going to drop the hip, drop that right hip. Make sure you shift that left hip back. So you're opening up the chest, lengthening from the top of the head. You can either rest that back foot or you can keep it curled in, depending upon what you feel more balanced in, right? Where do you find that core strength? Can you shift your left hip back, push your right foot forward, right hip forward, and then sit back into that right heel. Take a deep breath in. We're going to extend, open up the chest, deepen that hip flexor stretch. Keep it moving, working into our hamstrings. Don't forget to flex the toes when you're moving. If it's a bit too much for you, you can keep the toes pointed. Inhale, lift. 2 more like this. Exhale, stretch. 1 more. Inhale. I'm loving this stretch right now. If you are too, click the like button, comment. Was this your favorite one? This is my favorite warm-up. Okay, now this is where we're going to get an active pose. So we're going to work upper body, lower body, core, upper body, lower body, core. In this position, I'm going to get you to take your hands on the foam roller, keep those hips over your knees. I want you to roll forward and then drop the chest. Now you don't need to come all the way down to the floor because it will stretch the upper back, okay? So in this movement, I want you to drop the chest and then come all the way back up. Beautiful. Drop the chest, keep those hips back. We're going to do that 4 more times. Lift up, drop the chest, giving a really good upper back stretch. Because we've done the T-spine rotations, should be a little bit looser now. 2 more. Now, just to give you an alternate position, if you wanted to try this on your elbows, you can roll it away and still get a nice upper back stretch. So you can come up onto the forearms and then roll back, deepen the stretch. Just be careful with this one because it is an advanced move. So forearms roll out, keep the hips over the knees. 1 more in whichever position you've got. Careful does it. Keep control. Do not collapse the upper body. Core strength, keeping the abdominals engaged as you roll back. Now moving into our lower legs. So this time we're going to do a lunge with our foot on the foam roller. So it creates that instability, yeah? In this position, I would like for you to roll the foot and you're going to push the foot into the foam roller. You're going to raise up those arms and then roll it back, yeah? So you may not roll that far forward and you're going to control it back. You don't need to go all the way back into the heels. It really depends upon your range of movement. Let's do that 4 more times. Extend, inhale, extend. Now if you notice, my back toe is curled because it gives me a little bit more stability when I'm in that lunge. Pushing my left hip forward, rotating my right hip back. Last one here. Inhale, exhale. So I'm going to stick with this same leg. We're going to do an adductor stretch, keeping the foot on the foam roller. I'm going to extend and lift up my left hand. So I'm going to get a deeper stretch into my right adductor. Take a deep breath in, rotate that left arm down. Let's keep it moving in a fluid way. So we're going to reach from the knee to the fingertips of the left side. Rotate it down. So it's almost like you're creating this nice angle from the knee to the fingertips. I want you to stretch and not collapse. So lift that left side, stretch that whole side of the obliques. 2 more like this. Inhale, lift. Deepen that stretch by bending the knee a little bit more. Last one. Inhale, exhale. Beautiful. Inhale, swap sides. So this time I'm going to take the foam roller with me over to this side, placing my left foot this time onto the foam roller as I try and get a position which actually will suit my lunge. So you do you. Which way does it work? Are you able to maintain balance? Do you need to adjust the foam roller? As you raise up, keep that balance up, and then you're going to extend and stretch. Point the toes. Inhale, lift. Exhale, shift those hips back. Inhale, lift. Push the right hip forward. Exhale, down. As you come up, remember, make sure the hips are nice and square in front of you. Exhale, back. Last one. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back. Beautiful. This time I'm going to go into our adductor stretch. So I'm going to move my foot behind me. I'm now going to create this nice linear plane with my foot, my knee, and my opposite knee. I'm going to bend into that knee and then stretch my top arm, creating that diagonal position. Drop in the hips if you need that extra adductor stretch. Lift with control. Inhale. You can reach for the toes. You can reach for the mat, depending upon your range of movement. Inhale. Exhale. Remember, we're reaching up from our fingertips, from the right knee all the way up to the right pinky finger. 2 more like this. Let's see if we can go a little bit deeper. Beautiful. Come back in. Last one. Excellent. Okay, so this is an advanced pike position. So bear with me on this one. We are going to take our feet over onto the foam roller. In this position, I want you to control the foam roller. It's going to be difficult. It's already got a mind of its own. So my fingertips are going to be shoulder distance apart. My feet are on the foam roller, and I'm going to curl up for my hips and then drop down into a plank. Come up. So we'll curl forward. We're still going to use a lot of core. Let's do 10 of these. Hips high, and then drop into a plank. Remember, you can do this without a foam roller, just be careful. Last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the knees, sit back into those heels, just drop the head into a relaxed position to get your breath back. We're going to do that same thing again, just so we can get a little bit more core control on that one. So just give yourself a little bit of a breather, keep your head down, give yourself this time to pause. Regulate your breath. If you want to sit up like me, you can sit up. If you want to stay laying, you can. We're going to do that one more time. We're going to do 12 reps this time, okay? So this is definitely going to test your core. Relax your feet back onto the foam roller. Curl those toes in. Fingertips are shoulder distance apart. Pushing the fleshy palms of your hands into the mat as you raise up those hips. So nice high triangle position. You're going to roll it back into a plank. Nice high triangle position. Roll it back into a plank. That was 2. Lift and lower. That was 10. Lift and lower. 9. Lift, hips high. 7. Oh, that was 8, sorry. This is 7. Keep those hips high, push the hands into the mat. 6. Nice and controlled, take your time. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Beautiful. Drop the knees. Remember, you can sit back into the heels or you can come up to a seated position. Regulate your breath. So 3 deep breaths in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. You can close your eyes if you need. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. One last breath. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Okay, let's get back into our upper body strength. So, I'm going to use the foam roller as my modified push-up. Now, if you want to do a full push-up on the foam roller, it is up to you. I'm going to take the modified position. So, scoot my knees back, drop my hips. My hands are a little bit wider than shoulder distance. If you want to, you can take the fingertips forward, the heels back, palm of your hands back, or you can take the thumb back and the fingertips forward. So you're angling out those elbows, okay? So whatever you prefer. Let's do 6 of these. So engage your abdominals, engage the glutes. We're gonna lower down as much as we can and then push the foam roller. So the foam roller's trying not to move. Well, you're trying not to let the foam roller move. 4 more like this. 4. Squeeze the shoulder blades. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. We're going to do a frontal and rear plane. So what we're going to do is we've done a nice chest workout. We're going to work on the triceps now instead, okay? So again, you can do this without the foam roller. Fingertips forward, heel, back of the palms around the foam roller. I'm going to get you to come up nice and easy. Now if you want a little bit more stability, draw those feet in. If you want a little less stability, take those feet out. We're going to drop down, almost touch the bum to the mat. Tricep extension for 12. That was 11. This is 10. 9. Squeeze those elbows together. 8. 7. 6, 5, 4, keep pushing those palms into the foam roller. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Let's do that whole sequence again by going into a push-up and then straight over to a tricep extension, okay? So again, if you prefer foam roller this way or over the foam roller, totally up to you. We're going to go for 8 push-ups this time, okay? So if you want to modify. If you need to pause. Take a deep breath in. And then as you lower, you're going to exhale out as you come up. Let's go for, this is 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, keep squeezing the glutes, squeezing the core. Last one. Beautiful. Flipping over just to round out that upper body, coming into your tricep extension. And we're gonna go for 15 this time, okay? So you don't need to go down as low, you do you. So it's 15, let's go. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, oh this burns, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, and rest. Give those arms a little bit of a shake. If you felt that in your wrists, take the fingertips together, take the elbows together, and just rotate. Completely rotate those wrists. That definitely took it out of me. That was good. Our body is working hard. Don't worry, this is kind of easy now. We're gonna go into some bridges. So circle the other way, do a figure of 8 with the other side. Give those arms a little bit of a shake. I'm gonna take the foam roller lengthways this time, okay? So this is gonna be slightly unusual for those who haven't done it before. Your feet are hip distance apart. Drop the hands either side of the foam roller. I want you to be the edge of your foam roller with your coccyx bones. So right on the edge, right? It's almost like you can probably, if you lean it, you're probably going to be able to lift the foam roller up. That's how far I want the edge of the foam roller to meet your coccyx. Roll all the way back. This time, we're going to plant our elbows into the mat. And I want you to push your feet, all 4 corners of your feet. Make sure they're evenly distributed. And we're going to push into the floor to lift our hips. So our hips aren't doing the work, our feet are doing the work, yeah? So we're going to lower with control, and then we are going to push with our feet into the floor, lift our hips up. Let's do 18 like this. So just done 2. This is 17. Remember, you're squeezing the knees together, you're squeezing the glutes as you come up. You're pushing the feet into the floor, into the mat. You're feeling the pressure around the shoulder blades, around those rhomboids. But you might not be able to feel that much into the elbows because you're really focusing on the lower body here, okay? So keep breathing, keep pushing, keep pulsing. You can slow down or you can speed up. I'm at a moderate pace, so it's like 1, 2, lift up, 1, 2, lower down, 1, 2, push the feet into the floor, 1, 2, release. Halfway, lift and lower. Keep squeezing the glutes, squeezing the abdominals, lift and lower. Good job, everyone. Couple more here. Stick with me. Beautiful. Last 6 here. So I'm on my 6 to go. Pulse up for 2 breaths. Exhale down for 2 counts. Inhale for 2. Exhale for 2. 4 to go. Inhale for 2. Exhale for 2. Last 3. Exhale for 2. Inhale for 2. Exhale for 2. Nice slow and controlled movements. Last 1. And then lower. Beautiful. Now if you just wanted to stay here and chill, you can just roll. Roll your spine left to right. Very, very gently, so you're not wobbling over, you're not toppling over. If you wanted to do the same bridge pulses, you can. This is going to require a little bit more squeeze in the upper back, okay? So in this position, I want you to squeeze the shoulder blades. You're really going to push the elbows into the mat with this one. So we're going to lift our hips, and we're going to keep our hips raised by raising that one leg. So we're going to keep our hips raised, raising the opposite leg. Let's do 10 pulses on each leg. So this is 9. Each leg, lift up, keep those hips high. 8, squeeze the glutes. 7, beautiful, keep it high. You might not go up that high, but it's okay. We're still working the glutes, we're still working the hamstrings. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Keep those hips high. Woo! Yes, okay, lower down with control. And just relax for a bit. We're gonna do, come up slowly. We're gonna do a plank hold, but with our hands on the foam roller, okay? So we're gonna do a 30-second plank hold. Remember, you can do this with or without the foam roller. Palms, shoulder distance apart. Either all fingertips forward or take the thumb backwards, fingertips forward. When you're ready, push up into your plank position and hold and breathe. Make sure your coccyx is down and you're not pushing your bum out. Squeeze the abdominals, push the foam roller away so you can feel the upper body having that tension. Good. Couple more seconds. Keep breathing in through your nose. Exhale through the nose. Pushing the ground away with those legs, keeping them nice and tight, squeezing the glutes, last 10 seconds. Beautiful, lower down with control, drop the knees, and just give those arms a little bit of a shake. If you needed to, you're gonna rotate one way and the other way, yeah. Just give those wrists a little bit of a love. Beautiful. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is do a plank walkout. So we normally call these inchworms, but we're going to do them with the foam roller. Again, you don't need to do it with foam roller. You can just do the normal inchworms that we do. Feet hip distance apart, come up to a standing position. I just want you to spread the toes and lift the toes up nice and high. And then keep the spread toes and then place them down on your mat. That's just going to give you that natural alignment so you're nice and neutral with your spine. Take a deep breath in. You're going to work from the core, roll all the way down to the foam roller, walking those hands to the foam roller. First it becomes easy and then it becomes a little bit difficult as you reach the nth point to a plank. Took the weight back into the heels, so lifting the hips up first, then you're going to walk or roll the foam roller all the way back. It gets to a point where it is a little bit difficult, it is a little bit sticky, but we get to practice this. Roll up, but using the abdominals, okay? So do not use your back. Let's do that 4 more times. Inhale, exhale, roll forward. This is the easy part until you get to a point where you're going to now to start relying on the hands and then drop the hips into a plank position. Rely on the effort, the strength of your legs. Hike those legs up, the hips up, walking slowly, slowly. Maybe just not even a quarter turn until you get to a point where there's less pressure on your hands. Pause at the bottom, roll all the way up to a standing position. Let's do that 3 more times. Inhale, exhale, shift the hips back, work from the core. Keep those hips high until you reach a point where you can get into a plank. Inhale, exhale, hips up, quarter way. You may be able to have a little bit more control on this next one. Roll all the way up when you reach the toes. Nice open position. Okay, was that 3 more? Inhale, exhale, roll. Getting that core control. Getting strong in the upper body, lower body, glutes. Walk it all the way back. Roll all the way back up. Remember using the abdominals to zip line your way all the way back up to stand. Inhale, exhale, roll down. Take the foam roller with you into that plank position. Drop the hips. Squeeze the whole body, all of those muscles. Keep it strong. Roll it all the way back. One more like this. Inhale, exhale to stand. Last one, inhale, shift the hips back, roll forward. This is the last big effort. Send your hips down, pelvis down, hold into a plank position, and then walk it all the way back with control. Really working on those wrists, those forearms. Exhale all the way back up. Whew. So that was probably our hardest movement, but this time we're just going to go all the way onto the mat and we're going to do a side plank modification. So I'm going to take the foam roller. This is our last strength sequence. Now there's two options that you can take. You can either take 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, bend into the knees so you've got both ankles on the foam roller. You can keep the elbow in line with the shoulder, a little bit further forward of the shoulder, depending upon what suits you. And then as you push the foam roller away, this is your side plank position, okay? If you wanted, you can take the back leg and you're bending it. It's almost like that Pilates stretch. We're gonna keep the back leg bent and the front leg slightly bent, yeah? This time I'm going to keep my palm onto the floor. So, as my right foot pushes into the foam roller, I'm going to raise up with my hand and then lower with control. So this is a little bit more technical, a little bit more difficult with the balance. Let's try 4 more like that. So we're going to push the ground away, push the foam roller away, lift up and reach, and then lower with control. Last 3. Inhale and lift, reach, lower with control. Last 2. So that top leg is always bent. It stays bent because it's controlling the foam roller. Last one. Woo! This is definitely a challenge. Beautiful. Let's go to the other side this time. So this time my left foot is now bent and my right foot knee is pointing to the floor. Remember, I'm controlling the roll with that left foot, so just give it a go. If you're feeling a little bit unsure, give it a go on this one. Take a deep breath in, we're going to lift up, hips up, and then lower with control. 4 more. So remember, if you want to do this with your elbow, you can lift up, you've got a little bit more stability here. Just vary it up, change it up, depending upon what you need. Last 2. Last one. Keep those hips high. Beautiful. Okay, that was our last difficult one. Let's go into some side stretching and some ankle circles. Because we're already on our bum, I want you to roll the foam roller underneath the Achilles heel. And all we're going to do is circle, yeah? Now if you felt it in your wrists, you can circle those at the same time. You can clasp a hold of that left knee as your right foot is circling. So this is a really good one to alleviate any pressure of the back of your heels, stretching out the calves, stretching out the shins, any tension that you've got, especially if you're a runner. If you run, this is going to help you mobilize the ankle joint. Circle the other way. I found this out when I was doing Olympic lifting actually, so this definitely helped give me stability around this area and reduce any tightness. Okay, beautiful. Let's swap sides. So I'm going to take my left foot. Remember, I want it over the ankle joint. I don't want it into my calf. Okay, so as low down as you possibly can, and it's almost touching the heel, and we're going to circle. So remember, try and keep your spine straight if you can. If you wanted to lean back, you can. So we're not rounding our back, we're still engaging the abdominals. They're still doing some work for us. So once you've done a few rotations on one side, circle the other way. Remember, point those toes. Circle, circle, circle. Beautiful. These next 2 you are going to love. So you get to wind down with me too. So we did a warm up, we did some core strength, leg strength, upper body strength, and now we get to wind down. So before we did a T-spine rotation, and this time I'm going to get the feet hip distance apart, knees are bent, and take the foam roller right underneath your lower back. I'm going to lean into it. So you're actually squeezing the lower back into the floor. Take a deep breath in. We're going to extend our fingertips here. And we're going to rotate left, back to center, rotate right. Very gentle, maybe like 10 degrees left, and again right. When you've done that, you come up ever so slightly. So the foam roller will roll away, but I want you to catch it and then lean back a little bit more. So you're going to take the foam roller higher up your spine. Fingertips forward. Rotate left, forward, right, forward. One more on each side. Beautiful. So this is another version of a T-spine rotation. Lift your back up. Take the foam roller a little bit higher up your back. Fingertips forward. Left, forward, right. So if you didn't like the T-spine rotations we did at the beginning of the workout, this is a really nice one to iron out any niggles around your spine. Now just be careful, if you reach your scapula, if you reach your kind of backbones, I want you to just nestle it underneath, okay? So we're not going to go onto the scapula because that will cause incredible discomfort and it won't actually work with a foam roller. This is just underneath the scapular muscles, and then rotate. So now we're going to avoid the scapula altogether and take the foam roller in the most awkward way. We're going to take the foam roller, just make sure it's straight as well, above the scapula this time. Okay, so again, lift up, we're going to rotate, and if you notice I can't actually rotate that high or that wide. Okay, beautiful. This foam roller does not like it in that position, so we're going to go up a little bit higher this time, and then just underneath the cervix, the cervic bones, cervical spine, and then rotate. So that's probably the most awkward one, but if you want to continue practicing that, that is one for the toolbox. Let's get into a nice side stretch. So we're going to take the foam roller, and I basically want you to put it between the hip bone and the rib cage. So we're going to really lay down and then stretch that bottom arm out. If this is comfortable for you, stay here. If you want to extend any of the legs, top leg is always welcome, and then take that top hand on top and then look up towards the ceiling. Deep breath in, exhale. Deep breath in, exhale. One more breath, and exhale. And if you wanted, you can extend both legs, but it just puts a little bit more pressure in that area, okay? So only do what suits you at this time. Remember, your body changes, so you might want to do one way one time and then make it a little bit harder on another time. So I'm going to bend my bottom leg, find that gap between my rib cage and my hip bone, extend that bottom arm, and if you prefer, extend that bottom leg and reach for that top arm. Deep breath in, 3 breaths here. Exhale. One more breath. Oh, sorry, 2 more breaths. And if you wanted to extend that bottom leg, you can do so. Remember, it really depends on what you prefer, what your body needs. And then exhale, slowly come down, roll forward, and I just want you to push up onto your knees. So I really hope that you enjoyed that foam roller session, give you a little bit more tools that you can use throughout your strength sequence. You can add it into a mobility sequence, so it gives you a little bit more bang for your buck, right? You can really test your balance and strength with using a foam roller. If you liked this session, please don't forget, hit subscribe, click the notification bell and the like button so more people can find videos like this for free on YouTube. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Sending you lots of love. Have an amazing day and I'll speak to you soon.